Because you said you never knew me. Huh? What you mean you never knew me? What you mean? But I was speaking to my therapist and I was like, there's something in me that wants to move. What's up, y'all? Darlene Adderley, aka Madam Noir. I have to vent. I really have to vent. I just gotta get some stuff off my mind. I'm gonna really be spilling tea because I don't care. Whatever. Like lately, I've been, I don't know phase of life I am in, but I don't understand it. I'm 23, okay? And don't get me wrong, I'm not depressed. But here's the thing, and because I even spoke to my therapist about this. Anyways, all of you should invest in therapy because trust me, you need therapy. We all need therapy. We all need to seek guidance. That's why there's a certain demographic which is flourishing because they invest in therapy. But I was speaking to my therapist and I was like, there's something in me that wants to move, not even like live in the US anymore. And there's so many reasons why, which makes sense to me. I feel as though I'm limiting English. I feel like I'm limiting myself by staying in America. That's what I feel. I feel as though there's so much out there. There's so many possibilities. There's endless like missions and things that I could do in this life. You know? I feel like there's so much. Like, you know how they say the sky's the limit? Like, you know? And that's what I believe. I am young and thinking there's so much I can be doing, you know, because I always told myself ever since I was a little kid, I've always told myself that when I get older, I want to be a person who gives back, right? Gives back to the society. Like, I don't want to really have that philanthropist, because I really hate when people really be like, oh, I'm a philanthropist. Like, I feel like people are a philanthropist nowadays just to say that they're a philanthropist. I want to be like a secret donor, like, you know, give back, but mysteriously, you know? They have no idea who it was and they be like, whoa, it was God type of, you know what I'm saying? I feel as though me staying in a society where it gives sheltered. I feel like it gives sheltered because of the way our, let me watch my mouth. Let me watch my mouth. Let me watch my mouth. Because I don't want to say it in the wrong way. I feel as though this society is not being led correctly. That's what I'm gonna say. And I could see right through it. I already see how it's gonna end. I already see, and I feel like this world, they don't see it. They don't see what's happening. I don't think that me staying in this, like, I feel as though because I can't necessarily do anything to solve the issues, and people who see what's happening too, it's like, yes, you could pour the message biblically and everything and stuff like that, but it's like, I just don't want to be a part of this anymore. I don't want to be involved. I want to move to a different place with a different system. This is the thing about the internet, you gotta watch your mouth. You really gotta watch your mouth on this internet. Simple, plain and simple. I'm not even gonna explain myself. I'm really not. But like, there's so much that I'm just so uncomfortable with, but I feel like my mind is such an old woman. Like, it's old, it's becoming old woman, and I feel what's meant for me isn't here. I know that for a fact. I don't know what I'm planning to do, but I feel like there's a lot of people who feel the same way also. Like, everyone's in the phase of moving from something, because it's like you feel as though you're settling and you're becoming disappointed in yourself because you're settling, and you know that you're capable of so much more. You know for a fact that in your heart you are capable of so much more. so much more. But something is like, it's like, I don't know if the limit is destination, like the place that you're in right now. I know there might be some people who can relate to this, like, I don't know, but I don't think America's for me. Like, the food is filled with hormones and pesticides and all this stuff, this fake stuff, and it's like, other countries are so healthy. They're so healthy. They ride bikes to get to their destinations. People are actually healthy. Life expectancy in other countries high. Like, people don't have like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all these like sicknesses from food alone, like, you know, obesity, things like that. You know, a snack in another country, it's actually something which will help you. It's not like they're going to be bloated or feel like exhausted from the food, because there's not chemicals in them. Red dye is freaking banned in so many countries overseas, but we have red dye, green dye, blue 10, whatever, all this stuff in our food, and it's just, I don't know. I just, like, I see so much unfolding about other countries. They think America is the American dream. Babe, let me tell you something. To make sure that your water is actually good, you have to drink spring water, or water from where? Yeah, spring water or Niagara Fall water, you know? The reason I isolate myself so much is because I feel as though I know the truth. I know the truth. My parents really were like, Darlene, do you have any hobbies? Like, what do you do on your free time? And I'm like, I ponder. And the thing is, I enjoy my phase of pondering, because it's like, I don't get lost in my mind. Like, in the past when I was in school, yes, I would get lost in my mind to the point I would have like anxiety and stuff like that. But now that I'm just like chilling, I'm really figuring out what is coming. Clearly Jesus is coming, clearly. But it's like, I feel like some people, y'all know what I'm talking about, have a plan which will just boom unravel, and everybody go like, ah, just the way coronavirus was, and everyone was like in a deer in headlights. Like, that's the main reason I did not get vaccinated, because baby, I did not get vaccinated. But while everybody was getting their vaccination and holding up their little card saying, oh, I got vaccinated, okay, you can have that. You can definitely have that. I mean, some people had no choice. People who work in like the medical field, they had no choice. But for me, baby, absolutely not. Because I was listening to, I was listening to that speech. And you guys have to know, please know the speech that I'm talking about. And she went, yeah, we did over a decade and so of testing on the, I was like, girl, a decade and so in what? It's like y'all were preparing for, like, y'all, man, like, I'm getting so mad. I'm getting so mad right now because I know what I'm talking about. Like, I know I'm not tripping. I know for a fact I'm not tripping. I'm talking code, just talking in code. Only God himself, come on. But it's just so much that I'm just like, it does not make sense to me. And I pick up on everything. I was speaking to my sister and she's like, yo, you're really creepy. Like, she really told me, she's like, the way you pick up on stuff is actually insane. But the thing is, my mom and I, like, we have that connection where we pick up on everything. We pick up on every single thing. My dad picks up on stuff too. He's very like analytical, like observant. And that's where like I get it from. I'm very, 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 very observant. Like, something that you wouldn't think I'm observing, baby, trust me, I see it. I'm picking up on everything. You know, I just keep it to myself. Be prepared, something's coming. Don't be surprised. And that's where we need to be deep in our Bibles, because the only one that's going to give us the biblical armor, you know, soldiers in the army of God. He is the only one that's going to be able to give us the direction, because babe, I'm being so for real. Our society places, it's like celebrities are at the forefront of everybody's mind. It's celebrities or pop culture, or the celebrity culture, what this person did and what that person did, and how this person's dating this person, and someone took this person's person, and this person has a baby with this person, and this person has 6 baby daddies, and this person has, like, the focus is not the mind is functioning in a mediocre way. There is more issues to be worried about than these celebrities. I be getting so mad. I'm like, y'all, do you know, man? That's why I sleep with my Bible. My Bible's right here. Who gonna catch me slipping? Nobody gonna catch me slipping. Okay, like, what do you think this was? And let me tell you something. Hold on, my tripod is like crooked, but whatever, it has to work. So I've been reading, you need to start reading the book of Isaiah. Ooh, look at that. God done glowed it up. Oh, yes, Lord. Isaiah. Baby. You need to read the book of Isaiah. Go into Isaiah, start at 43. You need to go to Isaiah and start at 43. Let me go back some. Let me show y'all something. Actually, start in Jeremiah. That's like the next one over. So do Jeremiah is start at chapter 50. Baby. Let me tell you something. It says a message about Babylon, and I want y'all to open your ears. I really want you to open your ears, because baby, I really got something to tell you right now. Okay, you know, it's talking about Babylon, but I promise you it's talking about that's why I can't live here no more. That's why I cannot live here no more. Actually, I cannot live in this world anymore. I just need to go to a different planet. Because baby, there's too much. Everywhere you go is too much, and I'm tired. And that's why I always stay in my room. And people say isolation is bad, but I feel like isolation is my peace, because I feel as though I know the truth, you know? It's my peace. It's really my peace. You know, people say, oh, you need to surround yourself in community, da, da, da. But when I tell people this information, they think I'm crazy. But I know what I'm saying is legit. I know for a fact I'm saying it's legit. It's legit. If you believe, and you also have that connection, if you have that certain discernment of like, something isn't right, and it aches you every day that something isn't right, then we're in this together. I'm gonna read until, man, you might as well here, this is what I'm gonna tell you. I want you to read Jeremiah 50 until 51, because that's what, I mean 52, because that's where the end of the chapter is, and then it enters Lamentations. Read 50, and I want you to underline every single part which corresponds, or you feel as though corresponds with our life on earth right now in America. Let me not say that. In this society, or wherever you live. I'm gonna read a message about Babylon. This is the word the Lord spoke through Jeremiah the prophet concerning Babylon. See, I feel like the Lord's speaking to me, baby. The Lord be speaking to me. Because anyways, as I was saying, this is the word of the Lord spoke through Jeremiah the prophet concerning Babylon in the land of Babylonians. Announce and proclaim among the nations. Lift up a banner and proclaim it. Keep nothing back, but say, Babylon be captured. Bel be put to shame. Murdoch filled with terror. Her images will be put to shame. And it's like, it's poetic. So if you don't understand it, you feel me? Because it's very poetic. Like the way the Lord works, I love it. Anyways, her images will be put to shame and her idols filled with terror. A nation from the north will attack her and lay waste her land. No one will live in it. Both people and animals will flee away. In those days, at the time, declares the Lord, the people of Israel and the people of Judah together will go in tears to seek the Lord their God. They will ask the way to Zion and turn their faces towards it. They will come and bind themselves to the Lord in an everlasting covenant that will not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have led them astray and caused them to roam on the mountains. They wandered over the mountain and hill and forgot their own resting place. Whoever found them devoured them. Their enemies said, we are not guilty, for they sinned against the Lord, their verdant pasture, the Lord, the hope of their ancestors. Flee out of Babylon, leave the land of the Babylonians, and be like the goats that lead the flock. For I will stir up and bring against Babylon an alliance of great nations from the land of the north. They will take up their positions against her, and from the north she will be captured. Their arrows will be like skilled warriors who do not return empty-handed. So Babylonia will be plundered. All who plunder her will have their fill, declares the Lord. Because you rejoice and are glad, you who pillage my inheritance, because you frolic like a heifer.
God have mercy upon us.
The Lord don't play. I gotta read that again. Let me read that again. Oh, wow, he was not playing. He said you were a heifer. Because you rejoice and are glad, you who pillage my inheritance, because you frolic like a heifer, threshing grain and neigh like stallions, your mother will be greatly ashamed. Oh, mercy. She who gave you, oh, mercy. She who gave you birth will be disgraced. Did y'all hear that? She will be the least of the nations. A wilderness, a dry land, a desert. Because of the Lord's anger, she will not be inhabited, but will be completely desolate. Ego. All who pass Babylon will be appalled. They will scoff because of all of her wounds. Y'all gotta go read this. He don't play. Let me keep reading. Take up your positions around Babylon. All you who draw the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shout against her on every side. She surrenders, her towers fall, her wall torn down. Since this is the vengeance of the Lord, take a vengeance on her. Do to her as she has done to others. Cut off from Babylon the sower, and the reaper with his sickle at the harvest. Because of the sword of the oppressor, let everyone return their own people. Let everyone flee to their own land. Israel is a scattered flock that lions have chased away. The first to devour them was a king of Assyria. The last to crush their bones was Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. Therefore, this is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says. I will punish the king of... Oh, mercy. The Lord be going in. Listen, the Lord be going in. You always got to take a breath before you read his part, because you just like, whoa. Like, do you understand that if you do not take the time to know the Lord now, when the time comes, he will act like he never knew you? Like, gotta be locked in, baby. We gotta be so locked in. Because you say you never knew me. Huh? What you mean you never knew me? What you mean? So me and him, we locked in for real. Shoot, that's why I'm gonna be, yeah, I'm here. We talking, we communicating. I'm writing my letters every morning. Okay. I write my letters to him every morning. I'd be doing my Bible studies every day. Period.
No jokes around here, love. Period. Period. Period.
Because what you mean you don't know me? Yo, we gotta be locked in for real. Like really, really locked in. Yes, we can have our hobbies, but make sure our hobbies make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? If this is your sign, give up that trap music, give up those trap music, give up those songs, because baby, you don't know what kind of witchcraft is within those musics that you're listening to. Y'all over here turning up lit, and those be the songs that's on repeat in your mind. they got something spinning in the background that's like a witchcraft chorus or something, or a demonic chorus, and now you don't understand why you're tripping. Like, come on. Because you know, a lot of these celebrities, I'm gonna be realistic with you, a lot of these celebrities are actually fallen angels or descendants of fallen angels. Because you know how they reproduced with some humans, and then they turned into what? Nephilims. The Nephilims. Go read about that. If you want to know what a Nephilim is a fallen angel who had intercourse with a what? A human. And that's what a lot of these stars or celebrities are. That's where they get their power from, because they're descendants of Satan. Y'all gonna call me crazy. It's okay. It's definitely okay. I don't mind. But if you want to wake up, now is the time. Now is the time. And that's why I be isolating myself, because I feel like people don't be knowing what I'm talking about. And when I do talk to people about it, they be saying I'm crazy. And they're like, you need to calm down. But watch. Okay? Anyways, I need someone as woke as me who sees, who has that biblical eye. What is it? No, I don't think it's called biblical eye. It's called something. What is it? The veil. The veil is not, I can't. I struggle communicating with people who don't see what's happening. I really do. There's this one time I had this one conversation with this one person. And this person, I had a conversation with this one guy. This guy was so woke. So woke. And I'll never forget, like, dude was woke. The dude was woke. And I'm like, yeah, you're gonna definitely go far. If you're doing ministry, if you're doing, you would definitely go far. Because you're not afraid. And that's the thing, what I love about people who are not afraid to speak their mind. We live in a society where people are just like, so like, oh, I can't say this because people are gonna say I'm crazy, or they're gonna laugh at me, or gonna, girl, so what? Why do you care? Why do you care, bro? Why do you care? Like, speak your mind. I'm so serious. Speak your mind. So when he was saying what he was talking, man, I was just like, when I tell you I was stuck, I was listening to what he was saying, and my neck was, it was broke like this. It was broke. And I was just like, just listening. Cause I was just like, you're so woke. He gave all of us like a whole sermon, like a whole sermonette. It started off with like a funny conversation. And then I started talking about my podcast, and I was like, you know, one day you should come on my podcast, and after that, the subject just changed, and it changed into pure ministry. He was like, oh, so what do you talk about in your podcast? And I was like, oh, like the motive of my podcast is to align biblical scenarios, which has happened in the Bible, to modern, like to current times of what's happening in life, and how we can, you know, use those scenarios as a blueprint to get through our lives. And he was like, oh, that's cool. And you know, and so I was just listening, because I know some guys, when guys will pretend, like, oh, it's my biggest pet peeve when a guy will like pretend to be woke just because you're woke, or pretend to talk like in a way where you guys have similar interests just for the sake of having a conversation with you. And I cringe. So when he was talking at the beginning, I was very like hesitant. I was like, But when he went in depth, I was like, nah, he's not trying to impress me. He's not. He's really preaching right now. And that's when I was just like, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But when he was preaching, and mind you, like I don't even know why I was in that, because we had like, it was in school. It was in like a center called Blake. And I don't even know why, I was in Blake Center. I don't even know why I was there. It's like people who attend the institution know what Blake Center is, but it was like you know, just a chill spot where there's like, because I think it was 11 o'clock and it was like lunch. Oh yeah, we came back from lunch because lunch is upstairs, and we came down and that's where the conversation all started. And I was just listening and I was like, mercy, you are anointed, honey. You are anointed, child. Because I was like, you better preach the word. You better preach the word. No, but honestly, I could put him on my podcast. I should ask. I feel like that would be a good podcast. That would be a good episode. Should I? Write in the description box below. Write in the description box below, or message me on Instagram, or message any of y'all. Message me on Instagram or message me in the description box below if I should have this individual join for an episode, because I feel like you guys can really learn from this person. I really feel like you can. The thing is, it takes a lot for me to be shook by someone talking stuff, you know. It takes a lot for me to be very like, oh wow, this person, like, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot, because, you know, sometimes, I don't know. I will punish the king of Babylon and his land, and I punished the king of Assyria, but I will bring Israel back to their own pasture, and they will graze on Carmel and Bashan. Their appetite will be satisfied on the hills of Ephraim and Gilead. In those days at the time, declares the Lord, search will be made for Israel's guilt, but there will be none, and for the sins of Judah, but none will be found. For I will forgive the remnant I spare. Attack the land of Merathaim? Did I say that right? And those who live in Pericod. Pursue, kill, and completely destroy them, declares the Lord. Do everything I have commanded you. The noise of battle is in the land, and the noise of great destruction. How broken and shattered is the hammer of the whole earth. How desolate is Babylon amongst the nations. I set a trap for you, Babylon, and you were caught before you knew it. You were found and captured because you opposed the Lord. The Lord has opened his arsenal and brought out the weapons of his wrath. For the sovereign Lord Almighty has work to do in the land of Babylonians. Come against her from afar. Break open her granaries. Pile her up like heaps of grain. Completely destroy her and leave her no remnant. Kill all her young bulls. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe to them, for their day has come, the time for them to be punished. Listen to the fugitives and refugees from Babylon, declaring in Zion. Wow. Encamp all around her. Let no one escape. Repay her for her deeds. Do to her as she has done, for she has defied the Lord, the Holy Spirit of Israel. Therefore her young men will fall in the streets. I was gonna say it again. That's why I feel like this society is also considered that too. Yeah, Babylon represents the wickedness and the evils of the world. So when speaking about Babylon within Revelation, it says Babylon is described figuratively. I knew it. Read that. I knew it, man. Can y'all see that? I knew I wasn't tripping. I think this message was meant to be. I think me hopping on here today and just venting was meant to be. Because I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I wasn't tripping. See, and see, the Lord is about to go in again. I need y'all to see where he's about to go in. I need y'all to see where I highlighted. Because, babe, he's about to go in right there. Right here, I had to write wow. Whoa. Mind you, I wrote this months ago. I highlighted all of this months ago. But I always come back to it because I'm so shook with how the Lord speaks when he's mad. Because he does not play. You don't want to get him mad. All you want to do, you want to be on his good side. Because baby, when he says he never knew you, or when he goes in on you, you about to be flabbergasted and shooketh, because you're like, wait, I didn't even you gonna get the stuttering. I'm getting the stuttering and I didn't even do nothing. He said, see, I am against you, you arrogant one, declares the Lord Almighty. He said, yeah, so he said what he said. It's like, yeah, the Lord Almighty. Yeah. Like, don't play. My God, don't play. Don't play. He's like, yeah, I said what I said, and what about it? Who gonna check me? Like, he got the whole neck roll and everything. He's like, I said what I said, and who gonna check me, and what about it? What's up? Like, he really on the what's up. Emphasis on what's up. Okay. For your day has come, the time for you to be punished. My God. The arrogant one will stumble and fall. He said you will fall down. He said you will fall, and no one will help you. And go. The arrogant one will stumble and fall, and no one will help her up. Referring to Babylon. I will kindle a fire in her towns. I even wrote next to it, he doesn't play. I will consume all who are around her. I will kindle a fire. I will kindle a fire in her towns that will consume all who are around her. This is what the Lord Almighty says. The people of Israel are oppressed, and the people of Judah as well. All their captors hold them fast, refusing to let them go. Yet their Redeemer is strong. Is this referring to... I have a feeling never mind. Yet the Redeemer is strong, and the Lord Almighty is his name. He said, yeah.
Catch it.
My name is Redeemer, and I am strong. And who's gonna check me? Like he said before, none of y'all can check him. Nobody can check him. And the thing is, the devil is even scared. I know the devil is scared for the day that will, oh my God, I know he's scared. And the thing is, I want to see it. I want to see it rumble. I want to see it. I know the devil is scared. That's why he's trying to get so many people on his side to go down with him. Like, really evaluate life. The devil is petrified. He is, because he knows his ending. It's written. He knows his ending. But it's only a matter of time when it's just going to be like, yo, like... He will vigorously defend their cause so that he may bring rest to their land, but unrest to those who live in Babylon. A sword against the Babylonians, declares the Lord, against those who live in Babylon, against her officials and wise men. A sword against her false prophets. Come on, somebody. They will become fools. A sword against her warriors. They will be filled with terror. A sword against her horse and chariots, and all the foreigners in her ranks. They will become weaklings. A sword against her treasures. They will be plundered. A drought on her waters. They will dry up. Have you guys heard about Euphrates? How Euphrates... Let me check. I be knowing, but I just have to do my research because I do not want to be out here sounding a sounding sound. Like, I have to make sure my information's correct. Euphrates. I think Euphrates dried up. Oh, it is drying up. So it's at one of its lowest points in history. Right now, the Euphrates River. And I think that is one of the signs of Christ's return. Because of how long the Euphrates River is. No, it's like in the like it's still in that phase. But when it's completely dried, ego away. He is not playing. For it is a land of idols, idols that will go mad with terror. So desert creatures and hyenas will live there. There the owl will dwell. It will never again be inhabited or lived in from generation to generation. As I overthrew Sodom... He don't play. He don't play. As I overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, along with her neighboring town. Hey, he don't play. Don't play with my God. If you're in the phase of playing, get yourself together. My God, don't play. If you don't remember what happened, man. The way he put the analogy next to Sodom and Gomorrah says everything. Says everything you need to know. No people will dwell in it. Look, and yo, he funny. Yo, he got jokes. He got jokes. He got jokes. Y'all need to read. Y'all need to read. Y'all need to read. My God got jokes. Y'all need to read. Y'all need to read Jeremiah 50, verse 41. And I'm gonna even read it in the way that I read it in my mind. He said, look, an army is coming from the north. A great nation and many kings are being stirred up from the ends of the earth. They are they are armed with bows and spears. They are cruel and without mercy. They sound like the roaring sea as they hide on their horses. They come like men in battle formation to attack you, daughter Babylon. The king of Babylon has heard reports about them, and his hands hang limp. Anguish has gripped him, pain like that of a woman in labor, to a rich pasture land. I will chase Babylon from its land in an instant. Who is the chosen one I will appoint for this? Who is like me? Who? And this is where he talking about the devil. He's like, who gonna check me? The emphasis, if we're putting it in terminology of today, who is like me and who can challenge me? Who's gonna challenge him? Who's gonna run up? And what shepherd can stand against me? Who is gonna check him? That's what he's trying to ask. Who gonna check him? None of y'all. None of y'all. Not even Satan can check him. Therefore, hear what the Lord has planned against Babylon, purposed against the land of Babylonians. The young of the flock will be dragged away. Their pasture will be appalled at their fate. At the sound of Babylon's capture, the earth will tremble. Its cry will resound amongst the nations. So I'm going to read into a little bit of 51, and then I'm going to stop. This is what the Lord says. See, I will stir up the spirit of a destroyer against Babylon and the people of Leb-Kamai. Leb-Kamai? They will oppose her on every side. So I like to analyze when I read, so I'm really in it. They will oppose her on every side in the day of her disaster. Let not the archer string his bow, nor let him put on his armor. Do not spare her young men. Completely destroy her army. They will fall down slain in Babylon, fatally wounded in her streets. For Israel and Judah have not been forsaken, but by their God, the Lord Almighty, though their land is full of guilt before the Holy One of Israel. Oh, wow. Flee from Babylon and run for your lives. Do not be destroyed because of her sins. Period. He's like, you better get out of there. That is a sign. I need to exit this country. There we go. Listen to this. I'm really about to highlight this right now because this part is not highlighted because it did not click. It really just clicked. Flee. I don't know if I want to do it with this green highlighter. I think I will. Flee from Babylon. Run for your lives. Do not be destroyed because of her sins. It is time for the Lord's vengeance. He will repay her what she deserves. Babylon was a gold cup in the Lord's hands. She made the whole earth drunk. The nations drank her wine. Therefore, they have now gone mad. Bro. There's the answer. There is the answer to what I was saying at the beginning of this YouTube video. There's the answer to what I was saying at the beginning of this YouTube video. It is time for the Lord's vengeance. He will repay her what she deserves. Babylon was a gold cup in the Lord's hand. She made the whole earth drunk. Nations drank her wine. Therefore, they have now gone mad. Babylon will suddenly fall and be broken. Wail all over her. Get balm for her pain. Perhaps she can be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she cannot be healed. She can't be healed. She can't be saved. She can't be saved. Let us leave her and each go to our own land. Her judgment reaches to the skies. Mercy. It rises as high as the heavens. The Lord has vindicated us. Come, let us tell in Zion what the Lord our God has done. Sharpen the arrows. Take up the shields. The Lord has stirred up the kings of the Medes. His purpose is to destroy Babylon. The Lord will take vengeance for his temple. Lift up a banner against the walls of Babylon. Reinforce the guard. Station the watchmen. Prepare an ambush. The Lord will carry out his purpose, his decree against the people of Babylon. You who live by many waters are rich in treasures. Your end. Oh, you who have lived by many waters and are rich in treasures, your end has come. The time for you to be destroyed. The Lord Almighty has sworn by himself. Oh, mercy, Lord. Oh, mercy. I will surely fill you with troops as with a swarm of locusts, and they will shout in triumph over you. He don't play. I don't know how many times I said that in this video, but he don't play. I don't even know how many times I'm gonna keep saying it, but he sure don't play. He made the earth by his power. He founded the world by his wisdom. Y'all, I'm serious. You guys need to take the time to go into Jeremiah 50 to 52. And also take the time to go into Isaiah. I know I've been speaking a lot, and that's why I'm about to close. There's just so much. There's so much that we need to reevaluate when it comes to our lives. There's so much we need to reevaluate. There's so much that we need to take into account, you know. Go into Isaiah and begin at 43 and just keep reading. Just keep reading, just keep reading, just keep reading. Well, I like to begin in different segments of the Bible. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to get back on my podcast. I've been gone for a while because, you know, just a lot has been going on in my life personally, but I'm back. Everything's good. Everything's Gucci, you know? I'm just so excited for this next phase of life. I have a plenty of projects which are coming out. God will do his big one, baby. His big one. I'm just beyond excited and ready for this new phase of life because, I don't know, stay on this journey with me, okay? Join me on this adventure because, girl, join me on this adventure. Girl or guy, whoever's watching this video, join me on this adventure. I give everything to God. I'm young, I'm not married, I'm not engaged, I don't have any kids, you know? I'm just doing me and I'm doing God. I don't know. Y'all, don't underestimate the power of God. I'm so serious with you. Like when I look over my life and I look over the past 2 months and just this year in general, like we're in July. No, we're in June, almost July. And like when I tell you this year has already flown by, but like in a way that's like you feel God. I personally feel God. I'm not gonna speak for anybody else, but like personally, since January, will I talk about it? I may talk about it soon, not now, but at the beginning of the year it was kind of chaotic because, you know, my relationship and things like that. I feel good, you know, and I'm just really excited for this next part of life. I'm just very excited for this next journey, what God has in store, because, you know, we serve an amazing God. So yeah, y'all, do not underestimate him. Take him seriously. At the end of the day, the only Like the ultimate goal is to enter heaven. Like that's the actual goal above everything. Above everything in this life. The ultimate goal is to enter heaven. If you're not entering heaven, if we don't enter heaven, like you lost. Like you lost at life. When I look at life, I view life as like a free trial. This life that we're in is a free trial. Once we enter heaven, babe, like that, I feel like that's when life actually begins. When we enter heaven, you know? Because I feel like there's so much we don't know. And I feel we're not even operating on 100%. Like I feel like because the veil is still upon us, like there's a veil, we don't see everything that's happening. We're not operating at our full capacity with our mind, because you know how God created us, you know, when he created us, you know, Adam and Eve, and when they ate the fruit, it's like too much happened. And I feel when we enter heaven, we'll be able to, you know, be able to operate better as humans. Please read your word and speak to people who are woke, you know, woke in the word, not woke in this other stuff, like this scary stuff that people be some woke people scare me nowadays. Some people be woke in demonic stuff. I'm like, oh God, you need the blood of Jesus upon you. You need to be woke. You need to be woke in this. Get you a Bible and ask God to just lead you, man. You know, ask God to give you discernment. Ask God to, you know, work on you. I'm always asking God to work on me because I know I need to be worked on. Okay, besides therapy, baby, I need to be worked on. And everybody needs therapy. Normalize therapy in your life. Okay, like if you've been contemplating going to therapy, go to therapy because you need it. Everybody needs it, especially like the way this world is shaped and how many crazy stuff is happening at back to back. Like, you know, the coronavirus itself, like, what? But I never got the shots. I told myself absolutely not. What? You're not gonna inject me with some foolishness. Like, especially the way people were getting really sick after getting the booster shots too. Like, people were getting really sick. What were people taking? Pfizer? People got really sick after taking Pfizer, or was it Moderna? I don't know. But people were getting really sick, and when they got the booster shots too, they were getting very sick from that too. And then I also heard that they were also getting pain, or they were beginning to have pain where the shot was injected. And like when I would ask people who were actually in the medical field, when I would ask them, what do you think is in the injection? They were all like, oh, no. Just be woke, y'all. Be very woke. And ask God to guide you with discernment, you know? Thank you for watching my video. I'm done blabbering. And, you know, I feel like I should make this a series. Like, what should we call this series? Let me know. Message me. We need to name it something. Woke talk? Bible woke talk? Biblical woke talk? Woke talk. I'm over here thinking about TikTok. Biblical woke chit chat. I'm gonna come up with something. Let me know. If you have a better idea, let me know. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for being there for me.